Slightly quieter start to the week this week. We've got a bunch of orders already picked and ready to be packed away and posted out. 13, maybe 14 on Brickowl, 6 on Bricklink, and 3 on eBay, I believe. So as you can see, not massive orders. The biggest order is for this order of train track, and I only listed this on Friday, so it just shows the importance of listing things. There are 16 curves, 8 straight, 2 different sets of points, and the switches for the points as well. Other things are just, you know, basic sort of minifig parts, etc. A couple of figures going out. We've got a Chief Chirper minifigure there. A dimension set. This is the Benny. We've got a poly bag going out on eBay, and some other bits and pieces. 2 figures going off to Australia, and that's about it for this morning. So we're going to crack on and probably finish getting these blue boxes emptied, following on from last week, and then just waiting for this lot to be finished. We've got the first tray of the bag I showed last week of new parts that looked like they were from a Lego store. This is the first batch of parts. There will be probably more of the same parts, so we're just, you know, it's just one big mass of parts. So this isn't necessarily all of each of these types of bricks. There's going to be at least another 2, maybe 3 trays to come. So I'll wait until I get all of them together before I start listing them. But right now, I'm going to get this lot packed and ready to post. We've now gotten all of these blue containers emptied. As you can see, we've got a full row now right along this wall of racking, which is nice to see. Fills that gap in really nicely. And then we've got another single row, as I showed last week, under there. Now I've still got a few left over, so these are all empty, but I don't have a space for them at the moment. I'm sure I'll find somewhere before too long. I might even just make them up and put them on the shelves here behind the door or something for now. I'm sure they'll come in for some little bits and pieces or something, but not worried about that right now. We'll leave them. I'm going to go and see how my helper's doing with the other trays of this. They must be close to being finished now. I'll go and look at bringing the other trays through and starting on this lot next, I think. Tuesday the 10th of January, and just 3 orders this morning, so a very quiet morning this morning. 1 on Bricklink, which is this order for some stickers. 1 on eBay, which is for a Gru minifigure from the Minions. And then we've got an order for a bunch of Ninjago related minifigs, new and used, and including this poly bag. So that means I've got lots of time this morning, which is good, because I have got this little lot to get put away. This is the result of the event bag of Lego that I showed in a previous vlog. And there's some really good stuff in here, actually. Lots of 2x4s in various colours and other really good sort of basic bricks. So I'll probably report back and tell you exactly what ended up being in here in terms of lot count and quantity, and maybe even value. And hopefully this is going to add some good stuff to the store. So I've just been putting all of the parts away that came with the event bag that I showed you previously, and were on all of those trays from this morning. And those resulted in 5,989 items in 101 different lots. They take a little bit longer to list these because obviously you've got to find out what the parts are, you know, so you got to look them up in Brickstore, you got to add them, count them all, and then put them away and add them to your stock. So it probably took a little bit longer than I'd anticipated. Ended up with, after some adjustments, ended up with £355 worth. But what is nice for me is that has now pushed me over the 650,000 mark for, I think, the first time. So that's 653,406 items now in 11,546 lots. So the lots are creeping up as well. Wasn't enormous amount of new lots, although 43 I think there was. So, you know, close to half of the lots that I added were all new lots, and they're in decent quantities. If we look at the quantities actually of the parts, almost everything was either 40, 60 or 80. And quite often there was like an extra one, so where there should be 80 there'd be 81, because presumably, you know, they'd throw an extra one in to allow for any weighing issues when they put the event bag together. So really pleased with that little lot, and it's added some, you know, another 6,000 new parts to the store. I just want to give a quick shout out to Dennis, who apparently, after watching just one video on the channel, felt compelled to contribute something through Ko-fi. So thanks very much, Dennis. I really appreciate the gesture, and hope you enjoy watching the backlog or the future videos. It's Wednesday the 11th of January, and it's been another quiet day on orders today. We've got 3 orders in, all very small, couple of internationals, but they're only for a few pounds each, so nothing significant at all. So I'm gonna get cracking and add more of these items to the store. I've got to apologize again for my voice. I'm still struggling with my voice, with a bit of a head cold or whatever it is. It's definitely not COVID. I've tested for that. But it's really screwing my plans up, because I'd planned today to do the Q&A video and get that out for Friday, but I'm going to really struggle to do an extra video this week, I think, just because of the quality and the ability to record it. So I'm probably just going to plow on and keep adding stock to the store. We've got this drawer here, which is all friends parts and other minifig related stuff. And I've got other drawers behind me here, which are sort of weapons and food items and things that I'm going to add. So I'm probably going to just work through those at the moment, maybe do some minifigs as well. There are some other minifig parts rather that have been sat around for a while, and I've sort of done part of those, and I just keep dipping my toe into them, to be honest. So we'll see how we go, and see if we can find anything interesting in this lot. I think it's all pretty standard stuff, but we will see, and I'll report back. We've got a new problem with Royal Mail all of a sudden, with problems to international shipping, which is of course going to affect everything that I send out. There's apparently been some kind of cyber incident. I received this email yesterday evening telling me not to send any more international parcels until further notice. And unfortunately, this came after I'd just been to the post office with some international orders, amongst other things. There is more on the BBC, which talks about this cyber incident that is affecting Royal Mail. And what I've heard elsewhere as well is that this is due to some kind of ransomware attack, whereby the
computer systems have been breached and are unusable, and there is ransomware notifications where basically Royal Mail would have to pay a ransom to have the computer systems released. Now, I don't know if it's going to come to that. It says Royal Mail are working with some third parties and some sort of security specialists. And hopefully there can be a quick resolution to this, because Royal Mail really don't need any more bad publicity, in my opinion. It's been bad enough with normal delays. And now to add to this that we simply can't send international at all is going to be a real problem. Now, as it happens, today I have 7 orders going out or due to go out, and 3 of them are international, so I'm not going to be able to send them. So I've just reached out to those customers and advised them of the situation, and we'll just have to see what happens and how quickly this all blows over. Now, as you can probably hear in my voice, I'm still really feeling under the weather. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to do today. I'm going to get these orders picked and out the door. But what else I'll do, I'm not really very sure. We've got just 4 orders on Bricklink, and all of those are UK based, and I've got 3 on Brickowl, which are these, but these are all international, so these won't go out today. And then 2 more on eBay, which will get sent out as well. So I'm going to go and get those picked and packed and ready to send, and then we'll see what we're going to do for the rest of the day. So I've decided to just work through some minifig parts and get them put away. Nothing super exciting, but just the way I'm feeling at the minute. I just really don't want to be up and down and doing too much. So I'm just doing something that I can do easily at my desk without too much effort. It's nothing super exciting in here. The odd torso that's worth £1 or £2. Other than that, they're all pretty bog standard collectible minifigs, or city stuff even. But one thing you find with torsos and things is even the city stuff really sells well. Someone will just come along and buy 20 of the same torso. Maybe they're putting a city together and they'll need a bunch of policemen or whatever. So don't be afraid to list the basic stuff as well as the expensive pieces. So this is the entirety of today's orders. Just 6 orders, 2 on eBay, and the rest are all actually Bricklink. 4 on Bricklink. This is the best order, which is lots of the 2x4s, and these all came out of that event bag that I parted out a couple of days ago and got into the store, so they haven't lasted long at all. The others are just little bits of minifigs, etc. Now, there are 3 more orders, as I indicated this morning, that are international that I haven't even picked because of the issues with Royal Mail. And I've literally just checked again, and there's no update at the moment on the situation with Royal Mail and international orders. So I don't know how long it's going to be before that's back up and running and I'm able to send again. But what can I do? Hands are tied, and we just have to wait and see. So yesterday, as you'll have seen in the vlog previously, I was sorting through some torsos and listing them and getting them uploaded, and one of them was this one, which looks a fairly basic torso. Looks just like a regular city torso, and it sold immediately overnight. And it was only that's made me realise that this is actually from the Cafe Corner. And This ended up selling for nearly £11, which I thought was really good. Looking at the prices, I probably should have listed it a bit higher. I can see that others have sold for up to £14.50, but I'm happy with what I got, to be honest with you. So it just shows you, when you're going through torsos, they don't always look, you know, amazing torsos, but they can have good value.
7 orders for Friday, and again fairly modest orders, which is fine, and probably just as well the way you know, this week has been and the way I've been feeling, to be honest with you. Just haven't been up to anything this week. It's been such a unproductive week, and one I'm really disappointed with, to be honest, because I was hoping to get extra video content out this week. I was hoping to get ahead on some things. I was hoping to get more stuff parted out, more of these orange boxes emptied. I had a real, you know, drive for sort of the start of the year and to get things kicked off, and unfortunately it just hasn't worked out this week. It's been a real write-off, to be quite honest, but you know, what can you do? You're going to get times like this when you're not feeling your best, and you know, you've just got to take some downtime, and that's what I'm going to do for the remainder of this week, I think, and just try and recharge my batteries over the rest of the week and the weekend, and try and come back fighting on Monday.